In chapter 9, Jesus' identity is challenged. We find ourselves in John chapter 10, but something interesting is happening in John chapter 9. His identity is being challenged. He's asked, who is he and how can we trust him? Is he really from God or simply a new charlatan in town? So many con artists were coming to town. Jesus answered these questions both pragmatically and poetically. He does things that God alone can only do. He describes the blessings that God brings in poetic terms found in John chapter 10, verses 1 through 10. It is broke down in two parts in this passage. And because no one understands his figure of speech, in verses 1 through 5, he identifies himself, put this in your notes, in your phone, as the good shepherd. That's critical. As the true shepherd, as the true shepherd. So Jesus's identity is being challenged. There are so many fake preachers and fake prophets. There are magicians who are acting like prophets. So they were performing magic tricks and getting glory. There were false prophets who were only after people's finances, not their faith. There were people who were trying to get money from folk, but not trying to get peace to people. There are false shepherds happening. So Jesus, since he's in the group and they are questioning everyone's identity, Jesus says in verses 1 through 5, I'm going to catch somebody, I am the true shepherd. But the problem is people don't understand what the true shepherd means. So then he backs it up in verses 7 through 10 and says, I am the gate for the sheep. That's critical. He says, I am the true shepherd. And watch this. And I'm also the gate for the sheep. Now, I want you to catch this, and please put this in your notes right here. There will be many people who try to pull you off course. I can't stress the criticality of knowing the right voice in your life. The right voice. He says, I am the true shepherd. I'm going to see who can finish this statement. And my sheep know my voice. Know my voice. In other words, he says, if you don't know my voice, let me break it down real simple. I am the gate. Somebody say gate. Now, in your notes, and I'm going quickly because y'all done praised all my time away. So hear me when I say this gate. In your note, write gate, then put an equal sign and put door. In other words, he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man coming to the Father but by who? Me. I am the door. Now, nobody in this service is going to catch this except for my seasoned saints. Y'all too young. Us old school folk going to catch this right here. There used to be a game show where you had to pick what was behind doors. They would say door number 1 and door number 2. And people would pick door number 2 and it'd be a gag gift. But if you pick the right door, tell them what they want. A new car, a vacation to Orlando, Florida, a new washing machine and dryer set. And you'll be like, I'll take what's behind that door. What God is saying is, if you pick the wrong door, you're going to get the wrong stuff. So what is he saying? There are people who are trying to lead you to different ideologies, trying to make you believe in energy, not God. Trying to make you believe in the universe, not God. Trying to push you to horoscopes, not God. Trying to push you to other religions, not God. Here's my only concern. If the head of that religion couldn't keep themselves, how can they keep me? Did you catch what I just said? He says, I am the door. I can't stress enough the criticality of knowing the right voice. The criticality of knowing the right voice. The reason you come to this church isn't just because the music's great. There's some part of you that says, I hear his voice. That he speaks in a way that I can feel. The greatest compliment I've gotten this year was from an elderly saint at our church who's been well over 70 years old. She said, Pastor Mike, you young enough to be my grandchild. Said, I've been in church 50, 60 years, and I'm just now understanding what God want to do in my life. It's because it's the voice. Somebody say the voice. My goal is that when you're about to do something crazy, you hear my voice. That's my goal, that when life gets rough, you can hear my voice. That you may not always get my presence, but you can take my voice with you. Who's the shepherd in your life? He says all of this, Daryl. He says, I want you to know my voice, and I am the right gate. But then he says, for those who understand my voice and choose to come through me, he said, I want to give you a warning. This is John 10:10. The thief is only there to steal, kill, and destroy. Let's pause. The thief is only there to steal, kill, and destroy. The who? Now, I have to take some time and do a proper juxtaposition between a thief and a robber. A thief and a robber. The primary difference between theft and robbery is that one involves force. The difference between theft and robbery is one involves force. Make that make sense, PMJ? A robber is bold enough to roll up on you, look you in your face, pull out a gun or a knife and say, give me what you got. See, I can deal with a robber because at least a robber confronts me. I can deal with a robbery because at least I know what they took. You missed what I just said. If a robber rolls up on me and says, give me your watch, at least I know what I lost. If he rolls up on me and says, give me your car, at least I know what I lost. If he rolls up on me and makes me take off my shoes or give him my purse, I know what I lost. The problem I have is with thieves, because thieves are so sneaky that you don't know what you lost till you go look for it. I'm in the wrong church. My wife and I, about 7 years ago, our house, every time I would stand on church, we were living on the east side in Clay, and every time I would come to church and stand on stage and preach, the alarm would go off. They knew where I was. They would kick my door in and rob us and steal from us every week. We would get up here and preach. She would walk out of the house, walk out of church, come sit on the front row, walk back in with her eyes red. I would finish preaching, get in the car, go to the house, boom, they take the TV, all type of stuff, all right? So then we change the alarm, put a new lock on the door, come to church the next Sunday, boom, kick it in again. I'm sitting here like they know where I'm at. They know. All they got to do, in my head, they was watching the stream like he just went on stage. Boom. Go get what he needed to get, okay? So I was tripping. And here's the craziest thing about being stole from, if you've ever had experienced this before. The worst thing was I knew they took my TV because it was missing. I knew they took the PlayStation. I'm still a little salty about that one because I was in a dynasty. I was in a 2K thing, had it going on, couldn't quite do that again. So hear me, they took the PlayStation, they took some of her jewelry. Here's what bothered me. 6 months later when we was finna go on a date, I said, baby, give me my cufflinks. They took my cufflinks. See, a robbery, you know what you lost. A theft, you knew they took something. You don't know what the something is until you need it. And I want to argue that the reason a lot of you are frustrated, irritated, and aggravated is because you've been dealing with thieves who you didn't realize your peace was gone till you tried to pull on it. You didn't realize your joy was gone till you tried to pull on it. You thought all y'all was doing was going to dinner. You didn't realize they was picking your trust. You thought they were a friend. You didn't realize they were picking away at your faith. A thief comes. Which is why in my life right now I might be irritating people because I'm asking real quick, tell me what you really want. Let's stop playing this game. It's clear we ain't on one accord, so what are you really here for? Because if you're not careful, look, put this in your notes, I'm going fast. This year, parasitic relationships are dangerous. Ooh, parasitic relationship. Now, I do know that there are two types of relationships, parasitic and symbiotic. Parasitic and symbiotic. Symbiotic is give and take. You know that, right? I give you something, you give me something. Now, let me say something to all the couples and friends in here. It does not mean I'm going to give you 50-50. That's a lie. In every relationship, somebody is going to give more than the other person. Did you make any sense? In my relationship, the sacrifices lady makes sometimes is far more greater than the ones I have to make, okay? Then there are certain times where I have to do more than her. I would love it if it was 50-50 for the rest of our life. But sadly, with the schedule I have right now, sometimes it's 80-20. She got to pick kids up. She got to make sure the house straight. She got to do certain things. I'm putting pressure on her to make sure all my stuff in line, yada, 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 making sure wherever I go is lined up. So sometimes it's 80-20. But then when I do take breaks, it's like, no, baby, now it's 90-10. You don't move, don't do nothing, I got you. Stop thinking it's equal. At some point in this relationship, I'm freeing 3 of y'all, somebody gonna have to do some heavy lifting. I'm in the wrong church right here now. So it's symbiotic, it's give and take. My problem is when relationships become parasitic. Parasitic. You know the danger about a parasite? A parasite does not have the capacity of living on its own. It needs a host or it needs a body. It connects to something and it drains the life out of it. But here's the scary part. Once everything has been drained out of it, it moves on. I'm almost scared to say this because some of y'all finna pull your phone out and text some people and say, oh, parasite. You drain all the life out of me, drain all the energy out of me, drain all the finances out of me, then got enough nerve to play victim. Am I preaching to anybody in here? No. Thieves, somebody say thieves. Thieves come to steal. Put this in your notes. Am I helping anybody? What do they want to do? They want to steal time, kill vision, destroy faith. Steal time, kill vision, destroy faith. So be careful, because what does the thief want to do? He wants to steal time. I hope you catch, I had to bury a beautiful young lady, my sister's best friend yesterday, and watching all these 20-something, 30-somethings just cry because she died suddenly. And I'm watching all of them, and then of course all of them are pulling on me now. Pastor Mike, how do I move? How do I think? What do I do next? And it taught me a very important lesson. If you're going to do it, you got to go and do it now. Tomorrow, this is how granddaddy used to preach, and we don't preach like this no more. Tomorrow is not promised. I came to suggest to some people in this room, how do you know there is a thief in your life? The enemy is a thief. He's trying to steal your time. I need you to catch this now. He's trying to make you procrastinate. He's telling you, well, you can do it later. Well, get your life together later. No, you in your 20s. Turn up. 20s ain't promised. When they shooting up concerts like they crazy. 20 ain't promised. When they breaking in people's houses, killing people, and innocent people getting shot by bullets, and life is real, and cancer is real, and diabetes is real, and anxiety is real. You got to do it now. If it's in his will. You got to make a decision. He's trying to take your time. And I came to suggest to somebody in this room that when you leave here today, manage that time. You ain't got time to be lazy. You ain't got time to lay around. You ain't got nothing to do, go get another degree. You ain't got nothing to do, start a business. You ain't got nothing to do, go be a mentor. I came to suggest to you right now, God is doing, not only is it going to be big, it's about to be quick. And that means you got to know it's your time. I'm about to make a statement, and half the room gonna miss it, half the online gonna miss it, but those of you who catch it, something in you may shiver, the skin, hair on your arm may stand up. I am not sure about a lot. I'm not sure that I'm the best singer. I am not sure that I am the best preacher. I am not sure that I am the most handsome. I am not sure that I have the best church. But there is one thing that Jaquita McClure and I are very sure on. Like it or not, it's our time. I don't know, you caught that right there. It's folk who've been trying to hold you back. And God said they tried long enough. Because you've been faithful, this is your time. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I would high five you, but that coronavirus real. So I'm gonna high five myself and say, self, this is my time. It's my time. And you gotta walk in that. You gotta believe that. You gotta move like that. It's my time. I'm not sure this gonna come around again. I'm not sure this door gonna open again. I'm not sure. I'm never again gonna be this young with this much energy. All my singles with no kids. You never again gonna be free with no kids, be able to do what you wanna do. You better go on vacation. You better start a business. You better open up something else. This is your every couple in here, you spending all this time fussing and arguing and fussing about stuff that don't even matter. One of y'all better grow up, look at each other and say, now hold on, baby. We done survived all this stuff. And God did not bring us this far just to bring us this far. Let me make it very clear. You got favor, right? Yep, I got favor, right? Why? Okay, do the math. Do the math. Do the math. All right, here's the problem. Parasitic relationships. When you are in a parasitic relationship, 1 + 0 = 0. Pastor Mike, that don't make sense. No, because you bring something, but because they don't bring nothing, they drain what you bring, and it equals nothing. When you are in a symbiotic relationship, 1 + 1 = 2. All right, Pastor Mike, what are you talking about? I bring something, they bring something, we produce something. But when you are in a super abundant relationship, 1 + 1 = 3. You missed it. Because when I put my favor on what you're doing, it makes what we do produce something else. I need somebody in my life who recognizes who I am so God can bless what we do. Steal time, kill vision, destroy faith. What you go through a lot of times isn't about you, it's about your faith. It's about your faith. It is about your faith, and the devil tries to destroy your faith. I preach in loop. I preach in a hermeneutic loop, which means if you missed the first Sunday of the year, you got to go back and listen to it because I'm preaching in loop. And when the devil tries to destroy your faith, he tries to call faith trauma. He tries to cause faith trauma. My wife has a lot of trauma to me sometimes, and it's one of our moments where we just disagree. We don't fuss. We call it heated fellowship. Okay, we don't fuss. We just call it heated fellowship. My baby boy Miles fell, boom, broke his arm when he was like 1.5, I think, 1.5 going on 2. Fell off the couch, broke his arm. Booyah! They had to put it back in place, put a pin in. It was crazy. Okay, booyah! To this day, he's 3. Before this year, right? He's 3. So to this day, if he sits on the edge of a couch on the arm, she screams, "Get down, you're not finna break your arm again." And I'm sitting there like, babe, time out. God delivered him. He free, he healed, he's still bad. That if he might need it to get broke again, just to be honest. Miles is all over the place. But I'm trying to get her to realize, baby, you can't operate in the fear that something gonna happen to him. But it's real. And many of you, every time you get ready to step out in faith, because you stepped out last time in foolishness. I be creeping y'all on the low. So see, last time you didn't step out in faith because there are 3 wheels. You got to keep up. There is outside the will, his permissive will, and his what? Preferred will. Because you were outside the will last time you stepped out in foolishness and it didn't work. Every step now looks like foolishness when it's really time for faith. And if you ain't careful, sometimes foolishness will put on face clothing. There is a thin line between faith and foolishness. And you got to be able to navigate both of them. Steal time, kill vision, destroy faith. And I want you to understand that John 10:10 says the thief comes only. That one word is important. That one word is important. If you leave that one word out, you have a thwarted ideology of what the thief is doing. A thwarted ideology of what the thief is doing. He said, because if I say the thief comes to steal, that means he also comes to love, but he might steal. No. He said, let me be very clear. The only reason he's coming, did you catch that? Is to steal, kill, and destroy. Watch this, English majors, but I can. Yeah, see, I'm gonna find me I'm telling y'all, if any Baptist church try to hire me, I am going to leave y'all. Y'all make me work. Roy, they make me work too hard at this church. I have to give y'all examples. I gotta sing, I gotta rock, everything. Y'all missed your shout. The thief comes, future tense. I came, past tense. Okay, give me the PMJ version. I'll break it down for you. PMJ version. They're only trying to steal your peace, kill your vision, waste your time, destroy your faith. I've already handled this so you can do it big. He said, I came that you may have life and have it what? Abundantly. I really need you to catch this. Here's something I heard Dr. Mike Moore, who's one of my homiletic heroes. I love Pastor Moore from Faith Chapel. He's one of my heroes. When life gets thick for me, I will text him and he'll call me back and I just share, how do I navigate this? I love him. I grew up with his son and his daughter. I love that family. He said something that flipped my mind that I want to say to you. He said, Michael, most people don't realize that not only is God good, I need you to put this in your notes, but he's also the God of abundance. I don't think you caught that. He is the God of abundance. He is the God of abundance. I need you to write that. I need you to type that. I need you to speak that every day for the rest of this year. I serve the God of abundance. I serve the God of abundance. We have mitigated or relegated God to one role. We have relegated God to one role. I thank you, Grandmama. I love you. Mwah. When I get to glory, I'm going to throw my arms around you. But Grandmama, you was wrong because you told me he was a lawyer in a courtroom. And I want to argue that sound good, but my God is not a lawyer in the courtroom. The Bible says the Holy Spirit defends me, which means the Holy Spirit is the one fighting on my behalf. God, if God is only a lawyer, that means there's somebody higher than him who's going to make the decision. And it also means he's answering to a jury. No, my God's not a lawyer. My God is the judge who even when the devil say, look at all the proof, he say, case dismissed. Y'all missed what I just said right there. My God isn't a doctor in a sick room. No, he created doctors, but when the doctor can't figure out, he's a miracle worker. But we relegate God to, and I know what they're saying. I know the ideology behind what they're saying. What they're saying is if you're in trouble, he can get you out of it. If you're sick, he can heal you. If you don't have a mother, he'll be a mother to the motherless. A father, I understand what they're saying. But the problem is when we don't have the level of their principles, we can't adopt their statements. Because if I say what they say without living like they live, what I'm saying is nothing more than a tradition. Y'all miss what I just said. See, grandmama could say he's a doctor in a sick room because she tithed, she never missed church, she was holy, she prayed, she lived the best she could. For us who don't necessarily walk in faith all the time, I have to know more. And what I'm telling you now is, I'm telling you he's the God of abundance. Put this in your notes, abundance. Abundance means two things. Number one, it means try not to run. Superior in quality, summarized in two words meaning the best. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I want a crowd dive in this part right here. It means superior in quality, abundance. He's the God of abundance. Abundance means number one, superior in quality. It can be summarized in two words, the best. Woo! Superior in quality. Now, anybody who knows me know, outside of Sunday, you're not gonna find me with no clothes on, for real. Everybody know, Sunday, I'm gonna put some clothes on. Monday, Tuesday, church, I might. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's just gonna be sweatpants, tennis shoes, some jogging pants, wrinkled jeans, t-shirt, hoodie. I ain't got time for all that, all right? So booyah. But here's what I do know. We getting ready for the Stella Awards, right? So once we got nominated for Stellas, all these stylists start inboxing me on Facebook and Instagram like, let me style you. So I'm PMJ, like, no, I don't need you to style me. I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna go to Western Hills Mall, get me a tuxedo. Remember you used to get your tuxedo from Western Hills Mall back in the day? I'm like, no, I'm finna go get me a tuxedo, all black, nice bow tie. It's like, man, it's the Stellas, you got to do it big. So Felipe, super dope stylist out of Atlanta, right? I was like, but what you want to do? He said, man, Pastor Mike, let me get you right. I said, get me right, all right? He said, I need your measurements. I said, I don't have to do all that. That's for bougie people. I said, I can tell you what I am right now. I went to Belk yesterday. I'm 3630. 3630, but if you go to Walmart, because I like, this is a Walmart hoodie, all right? I just put my baby girl picture on it. I just swag $10, killing it. $10. I'm gonna let you do all that. I'm gonna keep these $10 and swag it out. Demi, put my picture on it. Thank you. Booyah. All right, boo. So I'm like, no, Walmart, I'm a 3830, because it kind of go up in Walmart sometimes. Because he was like, Pastor Mike, no. I'm sending somebody to get your measurements. I said, cool. I'm gonna just go to the tuxedo. They said, no, this is different. Abundant, superior, and quality. Put that on the screen. It is superior, and he said, no, because the material I'm getting you is good. He said, you don't even know what size you wear. I said, no, you lying. I said, I just went to Lee's Outlet. I just bought me some Guess jeans, these 3830s. He said, no. He said, based off of the quality of material, sometimes your sizes go down. So they start measuring me, right? So I'm standing there looking crazy. They put it around my neck. I knew they was gonna do that. They put it down my back to get the length. They measure my leg, all right? Then they start doing stuff I ain't never seen. They measured my wrist, okay? Because they wanted to hit the cuff right. Then all of a sudden they measured my ankle. I'm sitting there like, then they measured my thigh. They was like, no, because we want the paint. I said, so what are we doing? He said, Mike, Pastor Mike, this is custom. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. So I'm sitting here like, I'm like, so what does that mean? He said, no, because we want it to fit right. We measuring every part of you because we just wanted to lay on you. So I'm sitting there getting measured, but then they kept telling me, stand still. But when I get excited, I shake. I can't explain it because it made me realize that some of the stuff I was shouting about wasn't abundance. How do I know it's abundance? Because it's superior in quality. It is the best. I know it wasn't abundance because I had to make it work. If I have to make it work, why would you pay? I'm finna go to all the women. Women, come here. Why do you pay all that money to let your stylist do your hair only for you to go home and say, I'ma fix it? I just messed 10 of y'all up right there. You sit in that chair all day. Let her do all that stuff. Then you leave out saying, yeah, she did it, but I know what I'm gonna do when I get home. I'm gonna bump it a little bit. No, see, abundance means when he get through with it, it ain't nothing else you gotta do to it. I don't think you heard it is superior in quality. Somebody say, preach, PMJ. God sent me here to tell you today that what he desires to do in your life is the best. Look at me. I know some of us grew up around the way. I grew up in Ansley, 1501 51st Street, Ansley. I know many of us didn't have nothing. I know a lot of times, it's so crazy. I didn't realize I was poor till I got grown. Some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. We thought we was kicking it. We went over grandmama's house. We went over cousin's house. We kicked it all the time. We moved from house to house. I thought we was buying the houses. Now that I'm grown, I realized we were just renting a house every other year. We didn't realize we didn't have nothing. Thinking we waiting on somebody to pick us up. We thought we were just hanging with family. We didn't realize we didn't even have a car. We're having to ride on the church van. So now that I'm grown, I'm calling my dad like, Dad, what you having? He was like, no, what made you? I thought we was balling. Think about it. We used to go out of town. Then I thought about that was your uncle's house. So we going on vacation to somebody else's house. We have nothing. I'm sitting down now like, God, he said, but God said, Mike, even though y'all come from nothing, what I have designed for you is the best. Now hear your pastor when I say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I want you to get an attitude in 2020. Because if it ain't the best, hey, I love you. I love you so much. This is what I want to tell you. Number one, thank you. Thank you for doing your best to try your best to please me. But this is what I want to say right here. I think we reached our limit. What did I do? It ain't you. I've been with you ample enough time now to realize that your best ain't my best. It ain't personal. It ain't personal. He said abundance. Somebody say abundance. Number one, are you taking notes? Abundance means superior in what? But number two, try not to run. Hold on to your lace front. Super abundant in quantity. It means super abundant in quantity. Super abundant in quantity. Summarized in 2 words, too much. So abundance number 2 is super abundant in quantity. Summarized in 2 words, too much. 3 of y'all gonna catch this and we may shout right here. So when God says, I want you to have life abundantly, what he's saying is, I designed you to have the best in too much. No, stop shouting. We flipping that. When God said, I came that you may have life and have it abundantly, flip it. He said, I want you to have too much of the best. Did you catch that? That's why you gotta come against lack. God said, I came that you will have abundance. The reason I believe God wants us to have the best and too much is because of his nature. His nature is abundance. Now, I want you to see this proven in 2 ways, the evidence. Number 1, his name is El Shaddai. That's why I need an old school church. I need an old school church. Grandmama would have said something, a deacon would have jumped up and said, Yasha. Y'all ain't got that energy when you say certain things. His name is El Shaddai, El Shaddai, which means all sufficient one. Watch this, the God, Larry, that can preach right there, of more than enough. The God of more than enough. The God, you want to know the worst thing my kids do to me? And it make me want to punch them. Now you love your kids when it make you want to fight you sometimes. Like, because I can't stand it. Whenever we get ready to get something to eat, I can't stand it. We'll be in the truck and we'll go to Chick-fil-A. Then all of a sudden, I got 5 kids. One of them will say something dumb like, are you giving me something too? And so a part of me sits down and says, have I ever not fed you? Have I ever put something in my mouth before you eat? I'm the type of daddy that I will literally order their food and I won't even touch mine till they got something. And they always look at me, Dad, are you giving me something to eat too? Like, no, ain't give you nothing to eat. I'm gonna let you starve and I'm gonna sit here and eat. If I pulled in the driveway, if I pulled into the drive-thru, that means I have enough for everybody who's in this car. I'm finna have church. You wanna know why you a hater? You wanna know why you a hater and why you bitter and why you jealous? It ain't because they got something better than you. It's because you think the store ran out. Your haters ain't mad at you. They mad because they think because you got yours first, ain't no more. God ain't Popeyes. He ain't running out of chicken. He's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all, more than enough. God didn't run out of joy when he gave me mine. God didn't run out of husbands when your girlfriend got hers. The same God that did it for her can do it for you too. The same God that got them a promotion can get you the promotion. The same God that elevated you gonna elevate somebody else. He is El Shaddai. He is more. So sit down. Y'all making me nervous. Sit down. So watch this. His name is what? See, that's a think. I gotta go quickly. That's a thinking shift. Most people don't think like that anymore. He's more than a God. See, God doesn't meet needs. He exceeds them. That's crazy, ain't it? Oh my God, I need some more time, but y'all trapped worship, praise, Kanye Sunday service, all my time away. Hear me? God exceeds needs because God says, I am El Shaddai. I am more than enough. Catch this now. I am more than enough. Let's keep rolling. Number 2, his speech, his vocabulary. God, this is rich right here. God speaks in abundance. He speaks in abundance. Now let's talk about this. Matthew 12:34. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance, do you see that now? Abundance of the heart, the what? Mouth speaks. Give me the Message version of that, please. Look at what it says. You have minds like a snake pit. How do you suppose what you say is worth anything when you are so foul-minded? It's your heart, not your dictionary, that gives the words meaning. That's crazy. In other words, he says, I ain't trying to be funny. You saying the right stuff, but your heart and your spirit telling me is not what you feel. Jesus Christ. Sugar and salt look just alike till you taste it. Michael, watch this. The Bible, please put this in your notes. The Bible is God speaking to us. So when you say stuff like, I just need to hear from God, open your Bible. The Bible is not just a good book or a holy book, but the Bible is literally God's way of speaking to us. So if we believe that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, then we must also believe that this is God speaking to us. We know what God thinks and how he feels about a matter by what he says. I want you to pick this up today, that whenever God speaks, he uses superlatives, maximum supreme forms of expression. God never talks about enough or a little bit. Jesus, I want you to leave here today knowing that whenever God speaks, he uses superlatives, maximum supreme forms of expression. God never talks about enough or a little bit. He always talks in excess. Let's look at it. You still don't believe me. Go to Psalms 23:1. Look at how he talked. Watch this. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want, which means whatever it is I need, he got for me. Okay? Y'all don't got it. Go to Psalm 23:5. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup does what? Overflows. All right. So I need you to catch this. God always speaks in excess. Okay. So let's talk about this, Pastor Mike. Psalms 23 is a prophetic psalm for today. Psalms 22 is a prophetic psalm for our past. Psalms 24 is a prophetic psalm for our future. I said it fast and I see you typing. I'm going to say it again. 23 is for today. 22 is for yesterday. 24 is for tomorrow. 22 is predicting or prophesying the crucifixion. 22 is prophesying the crucifixion. In 22 it says, God, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? What does Jesus say on the cross? Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, God, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? So 22 is prophesying that pain is coming. 23 says pain is coming, but I'm going to prepare a table. And overflow is on the way. But then 24 says, lift up your head, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Now, I need you to catch this. I ain't got time. I done ran out of time. Fooling around with y'all, the Kanye West service, Sunday service, all my time away, rocking and waving. We done swagged and surfed all my time away. Watch this. Psalms 24 is an antiphonal psalm. For those who like to write, put that in your notes. Spell it the best way you can. Antiphonal psalm, okay? What do we realize? When you get to heaven, you're not going to be in one big choir with a choir director. No, there's no choir director. We're going to give God what they call an antiphonal praise. Antiphonal psalm, antiphonal praise means it is a competition in a sense. It's like this. Antiphonal means one angel going to shout holy. Then another angel going to say holy. Then another angel going to be like, no, he been better than me than he been to you, holy. So it's like every round. So antiphonal praise, I'm finna have church by myself. And antiphonal praise is just take for instance, I'm gonna see if you catch this. All right, so just imagine all of us sitting in here. Then one of y'all thought about how good God is, and you just said, worthy. You call. I don't have to know why you said it. Your praise triggered my praise. That's why you gotta be careful who you sit next to on Sunday. That's why some of y'all don't even act like that, but the whole time they were singing, your hands was lifted. But then some of y'all was sitting next to somebody on their phone and you couldn't even get your praise out because they didn't match your intensity. Antiphonal, it is a call and response. That's why Psalms 24, see, I want you to catch this. Psalms 22 is prophecy. Psalms 23 is prophesying how God's gonna keep you in your pain. Psalms 24 is telling you how to respond to it. It is a call and response. You don't get it. I'm going to make it make sense. Look at 24:1. Watch what he says. The people would say, the earth is the Lord's and all that it contains, the whole world and they that dwell therein. He has founded it upon the seas and established it upon the rivers. Look at this. And then what would happen? The leader would come back and say, who may ascend to the hill of the Lord and who may stand in the holy place? The people would say, he who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has never lifted up his soul in falsehood. Then they would go to verse 8 and the leader would say, who is the King of glory? They would come back and say, the Lord, God strong and mighty. But I just messed y'all up because you got excited because the leader asked the question. The only reason the leader asked the question in verse 8 is because they got swag in verse 7. Because in verse 7, the choir said, lift up your head, O ye gate, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. The leader said, oh, you got it like that? Well, who is the King of glory? They pushed back and said, the Lord. I'm trying not to preach today. Strong. See, your circle is the reason you fight depression sometimes. Because when you say something, your circle got to have enough faith to push back and pull you out. I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill. Who is Jehovah Jireh? I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. Who is your way maker? Look down your row and shout, lift up your head. Oh, yeah. I got to get out of here. Play. So he says, I'm trying to get you to realize that I can do abundant. Play because I done ran out of time and I'll keep going. Proverbs 3, 9, and 10. Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruit of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty and your baths will, look at abundance, overflow. Somebody say overflow. Look at this out of this version. Look at the Amplified version. Honor the Lord with thy substance, i.e. materials, resources, money, finances, and with the first fruits of all thine increase. Next verse. So thy barns, our storage place, our accounts, watch this, will be filled with plenty. Means abundance. Thy presses shall burst out. Somebody say burst out. Say burst out. Burst means to implode by explode by internal pressure. Y'all missed that. God says, no, you finna walk in overflow, not because of what's going on the outside, but because of what I'm putting in you. Who's ever packed before? Anybody's ever packed before and you stuffed your suitcase too much, so you had to lean on it? And then you finally got it zipped only to find out that it bust open on the backside? God says, that's what I'm trying to do to your finances. That's what I'm trying to do to your peace. That's what I'm trying to do to your joy. If you're in a relationship, that's that type of happiness I'm trying to give you. See, I want you walking around like, I ain't never been this happy. I ain't never had this much peace. And let me free you, money ain't gonna bring it all the time. Hear me, some of the best times in my life was when we didn't have nothing. Laying in bed, watching DVDs, eating what? Bugles. Eating bugles. We didn't have nothing. Laying in bed, watching DVDs because we didn't even have cable, watching Life or Dream Girls. That was the only 2 DVDs we had. She would go to the gas station, get a bag of bugles. We would put them on our fingers, lay in the bed and just crack jokes. So what we gonna name it? So if we have a girl, what her name gonna be? Oh, so if we have a boy, what his name? Oh, okay. One day I'm telling you, our church gonna be dope. We're gonna bless them. With nothing, stuff will ruin you. He said, no. He said, I'm trying to do abundant. I'm trying to give you overflow. Why did stuff burst? Watch this. His storage burst because he had too much. I want you to pay attention. He says the thief comes. Who comes? We got to go quickly. Who comes? Who comes? Okay, so watch this. The thief comes. Did you catch that? Go to Malachi. Will a man rob God? Yet you, watch this, are robbing me. Now I want to just juxtapose. I'm gonna throw a homiletic stone at it and leave. I'm gonna just hit this for real quick. Look at what it says. I'm gonna call the enemy a thief. I'm gonna call you a robber. See, I'm gonna call the enemy a thief because at least he had the dignity to come when I wasn't there. You know me and playing me. Watch this. I want to argue with you that sometimes you are robbing your future. Bro, I can't help but put God first. I can't help but put God first. I can't help but put him first. He's done too much for me to Tristan, he's done too much for me to back out now. Hear me. The first time I went and sung somewhere and they gave me a check to sing, they gave me $3,000 to come sing, all right? I'm sitting here looking like, what? 3 stacks to come sing? I would have, woo, yeah, every 2 days. Out of nights like this, I wish, for 3 days. And I'm sitting there looking, they gave me $3,000. And I couldn't wait to get back to church. I signed the back up and put it in the envelope. I said, that's my first fruit. I said, no, God, he's proven to me too many times that if I honor him, burst out coming. I don't think you heard, it's abundance. Somebody say abundance. Now let's look at this. Look at Malachi. He said, you won't have room enough to what? What is that called? Too much. You ain't gonna have no place to put it. Look at that. What caused him to run out of room? Too much. Give and it shall be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men give into your bosom. For the same measure which you give shall it be given to you. Give, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over is abundance, which means you will have too much. Let's examine this real fast. Take really good notes. That one scripture, there are 4 things in that one chapter right here. It says, number 1, give and it shall come back to you. You must initiate it. He says, if you want too much, you have to initiate it. Give. Now let me say this to you. I know this is talking about finances, but I want to digress just a little bit. All my fellas, give me a roof. If you missed this past Monday, it was off the chains. This whole sanctuary was filled with nothing but men, man. It was crazy. We had a good time. But I want to say this to you fellas. We're trying to become better men. I want to say this to you. I'm going to argue that everything that's wrong with her, instead of fussing at it, give it. Give her understanding. Give her prayer. I'm trying my best to do a better job at this because I'm alpha sometimes, so I come off strong sometimes, or once my mind made up, it's made up. This can go to your head sometimes. I told the fellas that. I said, because all day I'm telling people what to do, cut this on, do so-and-so, something. Hey, I need to do. Think about this. I'm telling y'all, clap your hands, say something. Then you get home and you have to turn it off. Baby, go get me something to drink real quick. Oh, please. You got, so I try to give respect, because watch this. If I give respect, it's coming back good measure. Pastor Mike, how do you know? Because of number 2, the law of reciprocity. Reciprocity means what you put out comes back. What you put out comes back. I had a friend who was a pastor out of New Orleans, right? Before our church took off, we used to talk every other day. The church took off and I just boom, boom, boom. I look up, it's 9 years later. He shot me a text yesterday like, man, I'm just so proud of you doing your thing. Ask me what I said next in the text. I said, man, I want to apologize. I said, I couldn't find your number, one, because I changed phones and stuff. I said, I want to apologize. I said, life got so fast, so quick, I fell off. I said, I want to make you this promise. If that ever happened again, I want you to check me. Because before any of this, you were my friend. And we were talking. I said, by the time we were talking, I think at that point we only had 2 kids. Then another one came. I got 3 kids since then, church taking off, XYZ. I said, I apologize for that. He said, man, that meant the world to me. Pastor Mike, you didn't have to do, you just could have kept moving. No. I'm going to give grace and I'm going to give humility because I want to reap humility. Pastor Mike, why they just won't tell me they sorry? Because you won't tell nobody you sorry. Y'all don't like me today. Abundance, somebody say abundance. Number one, you must initiate it. Number two, the law of reciprocity. What you give is coming back. It's coming back. Number three, the degrees of outpouring. Good measure, that's a degree. Shaken together, pressed down, running over. All those are different levels of pouring. I think you caught that. Hear me, God. Number four, personnel and placement. Put the scripture on the screen. Good measure, pressed down, shall men. He didn't say a man. He said, no, ain't one person in your life gonna be that powerful. Multiple people are about to bless you. I speak that over your life. Multiple people, Jesus Christ, are about, every entrepreneur, multiple clients. Multiple people are about to bless you this year. Hear me when I say that. Personnel, and look at the position. The position. He put it in his lap. They're gonna give unto your bosom. That's a seated position. To be seated means you are submitted. As long as you're standing, I can't bless you. Be still. I wish I could. Be seated. Let me fight your battle. So no, they're going to pour it into your lap. See, if I'm seated and they pour it into my lap, I can hold it. If I stand, I lose it. Now unto him who is able to do exceeding and abundant above all. Look at this translation, the Amplified version. Now to him who in consequence of the action of his power that is in work within us is able to carry out his purpose and do, Jesus, super abundantly. Do y'all see this? It's right there in the Bible, super abundantly. I want you to catch this according to the power. Somebody say power. Last 2 minutes. Power in this word is dunamis. Dunamis, which means working energy, working energy. There are two types of power, exousia, dunamis. Exousia is authority, dunamis is dynamite, where we get our American word dynamite. So police officer, his badge is exousia, that's authority. When he says freeze, you should stop because he has a badge. His gun is dynamite, boom. If you don't respect my authority, you'll respect my power. So God says, I'm giving you dunamis. Look at that. You got authority, but now I'm giving you my power. Now here's the difference. There's some power that is dormant. All right, who's ever picked up a battery? Is power in that battery? Why doesn't it hurt you? Because it needs something in order to be activated. So the moment you put that battery in your hand, you don't feel nothing. Put that battery in a remote, it comes to life. God says my power ain't dormant. With or without you, I'm working. Y'all missed what I just said right there. Get in your mind. I want you to get in your mind right now. Whatever dream, whatever thing you're believing God for, I want you to get that in your mind. Please get that in your mind. Overflow, get that in your mind. Online, get that in your mind. Get that in your mind. If you're watching online, I dare you to type what you're believing God for right there. If you're in this room, I want you to talk to yourself real quickly. What are you believing God for? I need to get that in your mind because I'm going to speak something over and I want it in the atmosphere when I speak it. Get that in your mind. Get it in your mind. Get that in your mind. God, get that in your mind. I got a church full of blessed people. That's what I want. I want couples. I want the divorce rate down, God. I want families blessed. No early death, no accidents, no incidents, no tumors, no nothing, God. I come against that. This is a blessed church walking in abundance. God, I speak millionaires are in this church who have a heart for God. Inheritances are being left to people in this church. Properties are being left to people in this church. They're walking in overflow. They're walking in abundance. Get it in your mind right now. Get it in your mind. Get it in your mind because I'm going to activate something in your faith. Get that in your mind. Here it is. Now unto him who is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above whatever you just thought. I came to speak over your life that what you just thought was too small for what God's gonna do in your life. God said, I'm giving you too much. He said, I'm exceeding your expectation. You said, Lord, make him a good husband. I'm gonna make him a great husband. You said, God, give me a job. I'm giving you multiple offers. God is able to do exceeding, super abundant. I declare abundance over your life. I declare you shall not lack. That God's doing it over and over and over and over. Father, I pray that you're doing abundance. God, I pray that what you give them will be superior in quality and super abundant in quantity. God, give them so much they don't know what to do with it. God, I declare in 2020, they're going to be making statements like, who do I talk to about managing all this money? I declare in 2020, they're going to make statements like, we got too many bedrooms, we got to get more furniture. I declare in 2020, they're going to say, I ain't studying, I got so much peace, I'm not even depressed. I declare in 2020, they're going to have overflow to take care of mama and them. I declare this year, God, we on a 3-year run right now, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 4 years of unmerited favor and abundance. God, we setting some up for our generations right here. I declare what we went through, our babies will never have to go through a day in their life. Oh, God, I feel you in this room right now. We declare abundance, supernatural overflow. It's overwhelming us. God, it won't be long, decrees the Lord, but it's going to happen fast, quick. Blessings on top of blessings. So fast, our head will swim. God, every time we turn around, you're going to be blessing. You're going to be healing. You're going to be moving. But God, don't let me be the thief that holds up my blessing. So God, I choose to put you first in all that I do. God, before I bust a move in the morning, I'm going to thank you for that day so I can have abundance in that day. God, I'm putting you first in my giving. I'm putting you first in my dream. I'm giving you all the glory. Because God, if we're not careful, you'll give us abundance to reveal our motives. But God, I know if we couldn't thank you with nothing, we're not going to thank you with something. So God, before you even send it, I just want to say thank you for everything you're doing in our life. It's in Jesus' name. If you receive that, come on, stand on your feet, clap your hands right there. Come on.